The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one.
This is the second game of a home and away. The last time they lost on their home court. Now they're playing this team on the road. So they're looking for a little payback here, a little revenge in this next meeting.
It'll definitely allow them an opportunity to save some face if they can pull this one out. But they're already behind the 8-ball after that last loss at home.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Paul George. Gortat is out there with David Lee. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Westbrook dishes to Korver. And it's off from three-point range. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe. And George with the stuff.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the call will be against David Lee. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
That's good. Cousins has got 5 now.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A game rolling tonight.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Bledsoe. At the top of the key, Favors. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Crabbe. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Bledsoe. Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. To the inside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Here's Lee. And stolen by Cousins. Gate kicks to Cousins. It's stolen by Korver. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got 7 points.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Korver gets a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Cousins. And he dunks it down.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Gortat with his screen on Bledsoe. Westbrook passes to George. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Lee. Again, Oklahoma City.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Bledsoe. Westbrook with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. The kick out to Westbrook. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Westbrook kicks to Korver. Again, the Thunder score.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Clippers trail by 10. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. Three-pointer Augustine.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Just 5 to shoot. It's Westbrook with the drive. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Augustine from outside. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Thunder leading by 10. Westbrook up top, guarded by Augustine. From deep, George. Rebound by the Clippers.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Korver kicks to Westbrook. Right side, Lee. Clock at 6. Korver dishes to Westbrook. Here's George. George missing again.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Lets the three fly. A rebound by Carter.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Gortat. Kyle Korver is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Paul George, and it's Lee in the power forward position. Westbrook again. It's Bledsoe. It's Westbrook with the drive. And George kicks to Lee. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Gortat. Gortat's got his second basket of the game.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong. And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Westbrook double team. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 6 to shoot. The dish to Korver. Wants to get it to Westbrook and does. And the shot is good. Westbrook's got his first 2 points of the night. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Nice D from Cousins.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. And guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a two-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
On the topic of Caldwell-Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy. And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be. What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The shot misses. Gortat with the defensive effort. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
Caldwell-Pope. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Corbett kicks to Lee. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists, those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Here's George. Here's Gortat. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And that one's good. Bledsoe's got 7 points in the game. And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed the big contract coming into the season. And now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gortat's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Nobody near game. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And Gortat gets to Corver. Shoots. Oklahoma City gets it back.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. There's a screen by Gortat. Outside Westbrook. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Westbrook's got 8 points.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. You just don't know how to play.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player. And that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Thunder with some changes. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Rose attacking. Pass to Jones. And Miller with the block. The wide open look here for Marion. Tries yet again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And the second free throw, good. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
The pass to Cowan. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine dishes to Miller. Crab. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And Chalmers kicks to Jones. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And the Thunder another three.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Augustine against Rose. Augustine, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's stolen by Carter. One-on-one fast break. But they recover it. From downtown, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Noah with the block. One-on-one fast break. He lobs it up. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Thunder lead by 2.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Screen by Jones. Rose passes to Jones. Marion dishes to Noah. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, I love that sweet up fake, Kevin. It worked like a charm there and gave him a clear path to the lane and then to the hoop.
Well, that move is one of the prettiest out there if he can pull it off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
The Thunder with the lead. Rose double teamed. On the wing, Marion. To the inside. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Marion. Jones has got his first points in this one. Gay against Marion. Back to Bledsoe. Screen by Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. Second chance shot. Cousins with the bucket. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Marion kicks to Rose. Passes it to Chalmers. Back to Rose. Stolen by Bledsoe. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Double team on Rose. Jones kicks to Chalmers. Nice D from Cousins.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Miller's checked in for Cousins. Carter comes in for Rudy Gay. Grant's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Chalmers dishes to Noah. It's tipped. Augustine with the steal. Grab the pass to Muhammad. Takes the three. Augustine, no luck.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
And Chalmers kicks to Mary. From deep three-point range. Shot no good. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Gortat is out there with David Lee. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's George in the small forward position.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last two seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his side. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for two. Two is all.
Ray Allen is checked in for the Clippers.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
Undisciplined with the ball leads to unforced turnovers, no doubt about it.
They get it back.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline play.
Stolen by George. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And George gets it to go.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Allen dishes to McDaniels. It's stolen by Korver. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Westbrook kicks to Korver. It's Westbrook with the drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Free throw good, Westbrook. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker? Dunker right now on that list.
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Cousins with a screen on Westbrook. Bledsoe for three.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And it's Korver off the drive. Here's George. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. George has got 10.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to the Clippers. Bledsoe passes to McDaniels. Shot to stop the run. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And Westbrook, here we go. Lee dishes to George. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Outside Korver. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Clippers trail by 9. Bledsoe kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. No good on the triple.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Westbrook again. Bledsoe. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Bledsoe's got 9 points.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Russell Westbrook. Clock at 6. Rose kicks to Gortat. It's tipped. Cousins against Korver. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Korver. Caldwell Pope passes to Cowan. Beyond the arc. No luck. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
On the wing, George. He's covered by Gay. Good on the shot.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
And the Clippers call time here. And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Rose, no good.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Three-pointer, Augustine. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. And it's George missing.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backdoor.
And it's Paul George with the foul.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
George against Carter. There's a good screen. There's the 3. Miller. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan. They're hovering around 50% for the game in 3-pointers. That's pretty good, but they've really elevated here in the second quarter. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And it's George missing.
You know, in talking about D-Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Now the Clippers moving it up. The shot by Carter, nobody around. That's good, a tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up, challenge the defense.
And here we go again, the Clippers on the break. Miller with a screen on George for the 3. George with the defensive effort. The Thunder leading by 12. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Korver, no luck. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 40% from the floor here. Carter with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Carter can't get that one to fall. Oklahoma City's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And here's Rose outside. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit. after that one he had earlier. Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, last year, Clark, when LeBron went from Miami to Cleveland, Mike Miller with that three-point shot went with him.
Yeah, and we know Mike's a smart guy. I mean, he knows his best chance to score is if defenders are drawn away from him, and LeBron is as good as anybody at doing that.
And getting back to Miller, though, LeBron couldn't save him last season. Miller shot 32% from the field. His career low prior to that was 42, so that's a huge drop-off. And he put up career lows in pretty much every other category as well.
Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers trail by 12. Bledsoe left side. Cousins with a screen for Bledsoe. Pass to Cowan. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Bledsoe. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
On the topic of LeBron bringing Mike Miller to Cleveland, you've got to add James Jones as well. LeBron brought him. The difference in the two shooters, as it turned out, was that Jones still had some gas left in the tank. So as the season wore on, Jones kept getting more minutes. Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Korver dishes to Gortat. Poked away. Back to Korver. The kick out to Westbrook. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Gay outside. Oklahoma City's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
Been a great game tonight for Westbrook. 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around. And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And Cousins throws it down.
Heading into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Korver. And a wide open look for Lee. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Thunder lead by 12. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Cowan. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Launches it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush.
He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong. And we've reached halftime in this one. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Sanders checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook gets to Corver. Unloads from 13. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 11 points in the game for Kyle Korver. Offensive rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Westbrook kicks to Korver. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Paul George with the steal. From deep 3-point range, but they get it back. Westbrook passes to Korver.
Russell.
George against Gay. And Muhammad sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. George against Gay. 5 to shoot. And George, here we go.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Cousins, no one around him. They grab their own miss. That's tipped. Westbrook with the steal. Gay with the block. And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Caldwell Pope. Gay against Sanders. And finished off by Gay.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they've had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
It's Gay on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. Cousins dishes to Bledsoe. Kicks it out to Gay. Inside. Goes back up. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for the Clippers. Allen comes in for Caldwell Pope. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here is George. 23 points in the game. Westbrook kicks to George. Pass to Sanders. Shoots from the right block. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Allen with it. Now defended by Korver. It's deflected. Allen passes to Muhammad. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Yeah, he was not to be denied on that possession.
Nobody near Allen. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Here's Allen. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so Doc Rivers has had enough. Timeout. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
too. Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Daniels is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trailed by 10.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity. Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
There's the pick. It's Allen with the drive. Shot clock at 6. McDaniels kicks to Allen. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Allen's got 5 now.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Rose gets to lead. Carter inside the three-point line. And the rebound goes to David Lee. Lee's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Oh, and here comes Rose, all alone.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
That drive by Carter. Kicks it out to Allen. And the Clippers miss again. The Thunder leading by 9. Marion dishes to Chalmers. Back to Marion. Outside Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. But that's just pure effort and hustle.
Here's Marion. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 12-point Thunder lead.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done. And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Lee outside. Back to Chalmers. Good work defensively by Carter.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Rose against Allen. It's Marion with the drive. Allen inside. He's covered by Rose. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Clippers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Only 71% from the line last season. And rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And finished off by Noah.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Westbrook again. Bledsoe. Looking to get it going. Lee with the block. It's Marion with the drive. Westbrook wide open. He fires. That one off the back iron and out. Allen kicks to Gay. It's stolen by Rose. Marion passes to Lee. And Cousins comes over to help. For 3, Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oklahoma City leading by 17. Rose goes in. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV,
goodness.
no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Cousins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Did not need two hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Allen. Paul George is checked in for Oklahoma City. Korver comes in for Rose. Kept alive. And Cousins throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Cousins playing well. 11 rebounds, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Larry Sanders is checked in for the Thunder. The Thunder leading by 14.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Gay. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Korver dishes to Westbrook. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rabs checked in.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Outside Korver. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 8th assist in the game. Shoots from the baseline. And that one's good. And that's 13 points for Eric Bledsoe. The 3 from Korver. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder lead by 18. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Paul George is out there with Sanders. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Noah in a pivot spot, manning the middle. Crab. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
The shot by George, wide open. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 26. Bledsoe kicks to Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. Here's George. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he jams it with authority.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And George kicks to Westbrook. And the rejection by Cousins. Clock is at 3. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Korver on the assist by Noah. And that's now 19 points in the game for Kyle Korver. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe, in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and the Clippers miss again.
And that's...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder. One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Finishes the break with a slam.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Bledsoe comes over to help. Korver kicks to Gortat. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's...
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
High post shot. Korver, good. Korver's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
And it's George finishing it off.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
There's the triple. Here's Gortat. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth of 9. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Checking out the game Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has had. He's got 17 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for the Clippers. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. Clippers trail by 20. For 3, Bledsoe. Shot is no good. Korver with the defensive effort.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Lets it go from 11. Kicks it out to Gay. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Oklahoma City. Marion comes in for George.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Gay. Good work defensively by Jones.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have help the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too.
What a night so far for Marion. He has 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got 22.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
The Thunder leading by 18. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete, but he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Westbrook passes to Gortat.
Well, at this stage, you might as well have a seat and get off the floor. They've got no chance in this.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old blocks.
Check out the game for Eric Bledsoe. He has 17 points and also 5 steals. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And there's the feed to Korver. Pulls up, high post. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And Bledsoe, here we go. Gay outside. They set the screen. Shoots off the screen.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Westbrook, and he gets the bucket. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Bledsoe dishes to Carter. Back to Bledsoe. Rudy Gay on the wing. Another miss by Gay.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
And Westbrook, here we go. That's good. Westbrook's got 15 points in just the second half. Comes up empty down low.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Marion. No good on the three. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
He kicks it to Korver. Out left to the wing. Screen by Jones. Marion passes to Gortat. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Gortat. 17 rebounds and 2 blocks.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. That they feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Miller comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Allen in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The dish to Korver. Out to the right wing. Westbrook drives in. And Muhammad sends it back. Gay against Korver. Looking to get it going. Gay can't get it to go.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Screen by Jones. Westbrook kicks to Korver. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count them, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault if you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yes, very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Russell Westbrook. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.